Welcome to the Ham and Spam Retro Review, the show where two lifelong friends replay the games of our childhood to see if they stand the test of time.
We are coming up on episode 20, which means we will release another bonus episode in addition to our regular lineup. For this bonus episode, we would love to answer your questions and to discuss the topics you want to talk about.
To send us a question or suggest a topic, please hit us up on social media. We can be found on Twitter at Ham and Spam 1, Instagram at Ham and Spam Games, YouTube at Ham and Spam's Retro Review, and search us on Facebook at Ham and Spam.
And as always, you can find all of this info on our website, hamandspam.com. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.
All right, episode 16, Clint.
Yes, sir.
What are we looking at today?
We are going to look at the PlayStation 1 classic, Simpsons Wrestling.
And we're actually going to do this episode a little differently.
Yes. Again, this is another that is pre-recorded. As a matter of fact, we are doing this right after the Ninja Turtles episode that was released last week, or that will be released last week. But because of again time restraints and whatnot, constraints,
Scheduling conflicts,
we're going to go ahead and record this episode. So I can't necessarily ask Hammy how his week was, because it's going to be the exact same as it was in episode 14, with a screw in the tire and whatnot. I mowed, and that was about it. That's probably going to be the exact same thing that happens to me the week of this being released. So,
well, what I was talking about, this is going to be different, is because I have not played this game.
I played this game back in the day, loved it. Of course, there's all kind of cheat codes and whatnot. Hammy has never played this game, so we're taking two. And if you listen to our WWE episode back in episode 9, Hammy had said something about the three things that we love the most is video games, Simpsons, and wrestling. And there's we can combine two, but there's only one way to combine three. Well, this is the way to combine three.
I didn't know this game even existed.
So I remember renting this game. I never owned it. And then I think not long after episode 9, I had found it, and we had mentioned it, and then we started mapping out everything. I said, hey, let's throw this game in there because I just got it. So I'm playing this game for the first time in a while, but the reason why this is going to be different is because we don't have the banter back and forth about our week. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about expectations first, since Hammy has never played the game before. And then from there, there's going to be a pause. And what that pause is going to be, it's going to be about an hour and a half.
Well, not for you.
Right, not for you guys. But it's going to be about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of us playing through the game. And then we're going to come back and let Hammy give his review of the game. And of course, I'll throw in my 2 cents as well.
So this segment would be my expectations, what I think the game will be.
Sure.
Because I haven't even seen gameplay of it.
Oh, wow.
I've seen the cover.
So you knew it was coming, but didn't spoil it for yourself.
I did not.
I'm very proud of you, because you're like the world's worst about, if we're going to go see a movie, you'll find out the plot before we ever go see
I
it.
don't know if I want to go see it or not.
Hey, this guy dies. No, I'm just playing. Hammy absolutely does that. Anyway, so we're taking 3 things that we love: Simpsons, wrestling, and video games. We're throwing it all together in a mashup. So, Hammy, what are you expecting when we play this game?
I'm expecting this to be a lot like the old WrestleMania game.
Okay.
Where instead of, some kind of complex grappling system and realistic moves,
right?
You got Shawn Michaels doing like 1,000 flips off the top turnbuckle and bursting into flames and hitting someone. Just, off the wall.
Except it's Simpson characters.
Exactly.
So
a lot of groundskeeper Willie action. Throwing Homer around.
Grease me up.
The Grease Scotsman.
So obviously, the more or less the main Simpson characters are going to be playable.
Absolutely.
So minus Maggie, of course, because she's
I don't know. She may be in it.
She could be shooting star press Maggie.
Yeah. I'm just expecting over the top.
Yeah.
Typical Simpsons fare.
Okay. What other characters are you expecting to see?
All right. I think we'll see Groundskeeper Willie. I think we'll see Homer. I think we'll see Bart.
Sure.
I think we'll see Marge. Maybe Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Expect Police Chief Wiggum. I expect Pooh.
Okay.
Possibly Principal Skinner.
All right.
I think Super Nintendo Chalmers will be a stretch.
I can't believe you call it Super Nintendo Chalmers. You
Uh,
got a Ralph Wiggum.
some Mo Sizlak. Maybe some Barney.
Okay.
Uh,
Anybody else?
maybe Cletus.
Okay. That's a little out in left field, but okay.
No, Cletus is a popular character. All
right, if I throw out characters.
Sideshow Bob.
Okay, if I throw out characters that may or may not be in the game, I want you to tell me yes or no if you think they're in the game, or if it's possible if they're in the game.
All right.
Flanders.
Yeah, Flanders.
Okay.
See Flanders. Even Reverend Lovejoy.
Okay, Reverend Lovejoy. Oh crap, I lost his name. Lenny and Carl.
Yeah, I can see Lenny and Carl. I can see Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns.
And Smithers. Waylon Smithers.
Why
don't we just do a podcast on The Simpsons?
I don't know, because if we do a podcast on The Simpsons, we would have to specify it's only seasons 1 through 11 max. Like, that is the absolute cutoff, the end of season 11.
Oh, man. So
I might
sad.
even backtrack that to season 8.
I probably wouldn't blame you.
Well,
anyway, proceed. I'm sorry.
I'm all of a sudden at a blank. Bumblebee Man.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you really think
Krusty the Clown.
Krusty
I don't know
the
how I
Clown.
forgot Krusty.
That was one I was. Sideshow Male. You said Sideshow Bob.
Yeah.
Sideshow Male. In or not?
I don't think so.
Okay. Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, in.
Okay.
Bumblebee Man, I'm going to say not,
Not.
even though I would like to see him in there.
How about Bleeding Gum Murphy?
No, he's
No?
dead. No, spoiler alert.
Dr. Nick.
Oh, man. I think Dr. Hibbert, yes.
Okay.
I don't think Dr. Nick.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Why does Alexander Shannara remind me of Dr. Nick?
The end of the podcast, it's over. We're not going to get any better than that. Oh, my goodness gracious. If you don't know who Alexander Shannara is, you either A, don't live in Alabama, or B, you don't know how to do Google. Just Google it right now.
Oh, my
please.
gosh. He's got 1,500 billboards in one county.
You know his budget for billboards is like $11 million.
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was closer to 20.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Dude, I know some spots in Birmingham you can see 4 of them at once.
At once. On the same stretch of road. And
Jeez,
if you turn
man, they
around,
see.
if you're going north and you see 4, you turn back around and go south, you still see 5.
There's everywhere.
All you gotta do is do a 360. You can literally see 9 billboards within a 3-mile radius.
When that NASA camera reaches the end of the galaxy, there's going to be an asteroid with an Alexander Shannara billboard on it.
Probably so. Oh my goodness.
Call me, Alabama.
Oh my gosh. My face hurts from laughing so much. Is Alexander Shannara on this game?
Probably.
Probably.
If not, he should be.
Gosh almighty, who else am I missing here? As far as kind of staples. You said Skinner,
Mm-hmm.
the Reverend Lovejoy,
Wiggum.
Grandpa Simpson.
Grandpa Simpson, yes.
Grandson. Okay.
Abraham Simpson.
Grandpa, what's your first name? I don't know. Let me check. It's Abe. It's Abe Simpson. Grandpa, how did you take your underwear off without removing your pants? I don't know. I freaking love The Simpsons, dude.
I do too.
Gosh almighty. All right. So if there's no one else that you can think of, what do you expect from like moves? Are you expecting like traditional wrestling moves?
Oh,
like,
no.
You think Homer's going to come out and stun whoever he's wrestling?
No.
Okay.
I think there'll be a lot of props used.
Such as?
Probably beer bottles.
Okay.
I don't know, just random stuff.
All right. Moves off the top rope.
Oh yeah,
Chairs.
yeah, chairs. USA.
Gosh, guys, we could do so many Simpsons.
We're not gonna be able to get through the episode.
We're not.
Have so many references.
This is going to end up being a 2-hour-long episode because we're not going to end this and go play the game. Titles. Do you think there's titles?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's just going to be pick two characters, beat each other up. It's going to be funny. Props, funny. It's on PS1, so there'll be good audio.
Okay.
So
on PS1, so it's going to be very blocky.
I don't know. I think they'll be more cartoony, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Okay. I remember.
Oh, that is a good point.
Itchy and Scratchy?
Graphics. Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
The graphics, I think they'll be more cartoony.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for anyway. If they
that's what it needs to be, yeah.
If they went for the 3D model, it's going.
We know we really enjoyed Simpsons Hit and Run for PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of good aspects. It had like a Grand Theft Auto aspect to it, really. It did. And there was another game that was a Simpsons game like that. I forget it right now.
Or that tablet game. Or that mobile game.
Oh, the Tapped Out?
Yeah.
Dude, that thing got like way, way out there.
It's like, hey, the school will be ready in 48 hours, or you could pay $5 to be ready now.
Yeah. No, I'll just wait 48 hours. I don't think I've ever spent any money on that game.
No, and you're still waiting on that school to get built years later.
I played for just a little while, and I was out on it. Like, it's something to do, and then you're like you said, the waiting. All right, I'm not waiting for this. I'm deleting the game, and this is kind of where it's been.
So believe it or not, I have a life.
Contrary to everything we've told you in this show, I have a life, and I refuse to wait 48 hours for the school.
So I expect actual clips, like audio clips from the show, from the voice actors.
Okay, that's fair enough. And again, if you're just now paying attention, Hammy has never played the game. The game that we're talking about is Simpsons Wrestling. He's never played the game. He's not even seen the box art for it. He's not.
I have seen the box art.
Okay, you've seen the front cover. You haven't seen the back cover.
Right.
Okay, or at least you don't remember the back cover.
I don't remember 5 minutes ago.
And Hammy's just giving his expectations for the game.
What I think is going to be in it.
So, well, you've heard it here. We're going to take a 5-second break and review this game real quick.
Well, no, not 5 seconds, but
anyway, we're going to review the game real quick. We'll come back. We'll let Hammy give his review.
We're going to play the game, then we'll come back and give the review.
Same difference.
All right.
The Simpsons.
Wow. That was terrible.
So I expected this 110% because I've played this game before, and I'm not let Hammy in on it how bad it was.
That was bad.
How disappointed are you right now?
100%.
Like, everything Hammy thought was going to be in this game was not. This is not a wrestling game. This is Mario in a wrestling ring. Like, literally, all you can do is jump, you can kind of hit, and you've got a superpower. And you can pin.
And it looks like if the N64 had indie games.
Yeah, we've actually got this in the background playing, so we can give even further review on it. But
I'm just so confused. How did this get made?
Well, this is on the hype of A, The Simpsons, and B, wrestling, because this game came out in 2001.
Okay, I have not seen anything that resembles a wrestling move in this entire game.
No, it's hits, punches, and character-based moves. Like Homer has a bowling ball, Willie has a rake, Flanders has God.
It's just...
And you fight Burns and Smithers together as a team, but you're just fighting Smithers, and Mr. Burns is walking around the ring throwing nuclear weapons at you, and you're blowing up. Well, then Smithers has the little three-eyed fish, Blinky. He'll throw it out, and if it hits you because it's radioactive, it hurts you too.
Yeah, Marge has Maggie that'll come in and grab hold of your leg and kind of slow you down.
Worst character on the game.
I don't know. How do you?
Because the game's so bad you can't say it.
Yeah.
Mine's Lisa, because all she does is play that stupid saxophone.
There you go. That's very true. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and it's terrible looking 3D graphics.
This ring is huge.
Yeah,
this ring is like the size of a 30 by 30 room.
That is not regulation size. And it's like the half court of basketball. But what gets me is there are characters standing outside the ring that are not 3D.
But they turn with the camera.
But they're still 2D the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
They literally look like they did a Google image search for these characters, cropped them, and put them in the game.
Well, this is like
This
is classic PlayStation is what that is. Like, there's a lot of PlayStation games that do that. The sports games were bad about that.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
But aside from that, the gameplay is god awful.
3 moves. X is jump. Square is punch. Triangle is kind of a special move, like a semi-special move or a light special.
Yeah, then circle is your big.
And circle is your big special. And then if you collect these items throughout, you can get this what they call a taunt, and it's kind of you just taunt them, and they're dizzy, for a spell, and you can kind of finish them off, hit them, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that's the dumbest concept I've ever seen. You go around collecting. It's not even the actual letters that spell taunt. It's just
exclamation points.
Yeah. And I don't even know where to.
I wish you could see Hammy's face right now. His face is like just flabbergasted.
I'm so confused.
Not a one steel chair. Not a one top rope move.
Yeah, you go around and you can collect like the super boost or restore your energy and stuff. My gosh, everyone jumps like 15 feet in the air.
There it
Look at that. Look.
She's jumping. She's literally jumping like Mario and hitting.
Yeah, Marge is going around with a frying pan, leaping. That was 20 feet in the air. Barney has a beer in his hand, like a mug.
And he burps.
A cereal box just randomly appeared in the corner. They didn't grab that. It's like the demo mode.
Yeah, it'll go for, a couple of 3 minutes, and then it'll go back to the title screen, and then the new demo will play. But I'm sorry, Han. Like I knew, like just from a nostalgia standpoint, I remember kind of liking this game, but not loving it. But it just kind of fit into the mantra that what we were doing with the 3 things that we love. And this might kill all 3 of them right here.
Well, it's like this. Say, you have your things that you love. Say you come up with, I would like to try a chocolate strawberry milkshake.
Sure.
That sounds like a good idea.
Uh-huh.
And you find out the place down the road actually has them, except they're all fat-free.
Or they're all yogurt.
And so
frozen yogurt.
And so this great idea you had has been done. It's just terrible. And this is terrible.
So, Hammy, I have a question for you here in just a second, but before we get there, most overpowered player in the game was
Flanders. He can't be pinned.
Well, he can. But okay, this game plays out kind of like Mortal Kombat 2. You have 2 rounds. So it's not your traditional wrestling game. You get pinned one time in round 1, and you get pinned again in round 2. And we haven't lost any, so I don't know. I'm assuming it will go to a round 3 as a tiebreaker. And Flanders has an overpowered special move anyway, where he basically gets down on his knees, prays to God, and God strikes lightning on you over and over and over for like the next 30 seconds. Yeah. So if you're not on the move, you're going to get struck by lightning. And it takes away a lot of power.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but if you happen to get Flanders down enough, you can pin him. But if you pin him, you don't win the round because God revives him, and you have to beat him again at full health. So literally, you're having to beat Flanders 4 times.
I don't know if it's even possible to beat him.
No, it is. I not so much on this one because we just kind of played just you and I playing. But I have played it in the past where you go through like the campaign, which basically is you're playing against everybody that you can.
Yeah.
And eventually, you end up going against Frink as a sub boss, and then Smithers and Burns, and then I think Flanders might be the boss.
So Flanders is the
And then
Shao
you go
Kahn.
get no, because then at the end you go against Krang and Krotos.
Oh.
So they're like the boss.
So Flanders is Goro.
Sure.
Or Kentaro.
Sure. Or Motaro.
That was 3. 2 is Kentaro.
Yeah, it was Kentaro. But either way, this game was terrible. So
now I want to play Mortal Kombat.
Hey, maybe one day coming up that might be on our list.
I haven't seen I've seen her schedule. It's not
just through 30.
It could change though.
It very well could. So my question is, for as terribly bad as this game was, now granted, it's still better than WCW Mayhem.
Oh yeah,
and WCW Backstage Assault.
Yeah, I forgot about that game. I forced myself to forget about it. I'll say this: it's bordering on it's so bad it's good.
Yes. Now before I ask you my question, the first match we did, we put in a cheat code and we got the Itchy and Scratchy. That one was pretty fun because it was more of what it was. You got 2 cartoon characters trying to beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, they got a chainsaw, so
right. That's just funny anyway. But like instead of the taunt, you would spell out anvil and you would hit the R1 button and the anvil would fall out of the sky and hit your opponent. Like no matter, like you couldn't avoid it.
Yeah.
But like Scratchy the cat, he had a rocket launcher and what was it? Just a stick with a nail in it? Is that what that was?
Possibly.
Or a board with a nail in it?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, man, this game. Wow.
But that was the first match. But that was probably the best match, like just the most fun. Because after that, it was like awful, just awful.
But like I was saying, it's bordering on it's so bad it's good.
Sure.
Like, I almost want to play it again just so people can see it. Just so I can see the same shock on their face. I'm sure you've seen mine.
Yeah.
It's like, you ever heard this movie, Jim Cotta?
No.
It's like one of the worst movies ever made, but it's so bad
that it's good.
Yeah, that it's like people get together and watch it over and over. Kind of like, what was that movie, The Room?
Yeah.
They just made a movie about. It's so terrible. It's like, I can't believe this got made. You need to see this. It's almost there. This game is. I mean, we've got other games in that category. Impossible Mission 2 comes to mind.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Which I don't know how to play that game. I don't want to know how to play that game.
All I know is you can make the guy fall into the hole and he yells. Like, you can
Such
have the
an
volume
epic
up
yell.
at 20, and like when he falls in a hole and yells, it sounds like he's at 100. It's so loud.
Did we take your dad off by playing it?
Yes, we did. He got up about like 1 a.m. and come in there. Turn this crap down. But all right, so my question, Hammy, for as bad as this game is, how do you make it better?
How
do you make it good?
do you make it good? Completely throw away what you've got right now and start from scratch.
Concept wise, yes. Gameplay wise,
Well,
no.
what I was wanting, and I think I may have said this when we were talking about my expectations. You remember the old WrestleMania arcade game?
Sure.
Where it was like the 2.5D,
Mm-hmm.
more of a fighting game. Doink the Clown pulls out a big mallet, Undertaker calls down lightning. I was thinking in my mind that this would be more like that,
Mm-hmm.
and the graphics would be more like closer to the cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
not 3D. Because when you take a cartoon and try to translate it to 3D, it just doesn't work out.
No, it doesn't. It's Krusty and Apu going at it.
Yeah.
Well,
A comic book guy.
worst game ever. Well, the one thing I thought was pretty cool about it, obviously the characters.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them
Could
in
have
there.
used a lot more.
Right. They could have used a lot more, but at the same time, I think they were like, this game's going to be terrible. Let's not overdo it. But locations were pretty neat.
Yeah, that was kind of cool that you have different locations, different mat covers.
Like right now, Krusty and Apu, they're going at it in the
Front of
parking lot of Moe's.
Well, the Quickie Mart.
Oh, okay.
And Moe's is apparently right over there.
Which is not right.
Well, they change it every time on the show.
They really do. But there was one that was outside the mayor's office. There was one, the Itchy and Scratchy was inside the television. Like at one angle, you could see Bart and Lisa watching the TV.
Yeah.
And the Itchy and Scratchy theme playing in the background, which is kind of cool. What else was there?
I mean, it's a great idea. It's a winning idea.
Sure, it's just poorly done.
A terrible execution.
So if you think if they did it more like the WrestleMania arcade game, that it would have been better.
I think so. I mean,
Still, they could get out of the weapons. They could even do the funny stuff because that's what
do the
WrestleMania
over the top,
does.
make it cartoony looking. Have a lot of players or characters.
Sure.
I mean, I think that would be cool. All right, Bart's got a skateboard right there. I don't.
Yeah,
Never
they
seen
are
that.
in the Bowl-O-Rama. Did you know that was the name of the bowling place?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
where Homer spiked the bowling ball through the floor
Yeah.
after he bowled a perfect 300. I mean, there's he's punching,
Punch and
jumping, and flinging stuff at each other.
And it's funny because you've got Bart versus Homer, so there's already a size difference, but there's no advantage for the size difference. And
There's
it's
really
funny
not.
too because one of Homer's main taunt is you push the circle button and he breaks out a box of donuts and he eats all the donuts and he gets big, like he gets gargantuan.
I noticed though when you did that whenever you're walking into Frank, it was like damaging. All you had to do was like walk into it.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. But I was pushing the hit button a lot too.
I mean, just looking at that picture right there, the title screen.
Yeah, Willie's got Homer over his head. Looks like he's twirling around his head, ready to throw him out of
It
the ring.
promises so much more than what's delivered.
I remember getting I want to say it was a Tips and Tricks magazine, and on the front of it, it said SmackDown in Springfield. So I'm like super hyped for it. And I'm looking at all the screenshots and, what the developers are saying. They even got the voiceover actors to actually record the voices for this, which was neat,
All, few lines they have.
Well, yeah,
They do have taunts for each other character.
Yeah, they do. They are pretty character specific.
Pooh just did a bicycle kick. I mean, it's just smack, jump. Whoa.
What was that?
It turned into nothing.
Yeah.
Just spun him around a few times.
Jump. Let's jump on top of his head.
It's just so clanky and cumbersome.
Developers, if there's any way that those people at Activision ever listen to this game or this podcast,
Company is that? I've never heard of them. A little backwoods
Is
indie developer.
Activision, is they still around?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking of Acclaim. Never mind. I'm thinking Acclaim.
Oh, wonder what did happen to Acclaim.
They sold out. Well, they went under, and then Acclaim ended up getting absorbed by Warner Brothers, and that's where the NetherRealm Studios came from. I don't know how I know that.
That was pretty random.
Yeah.
and pretty specific, but all right.
But hey, if it's wrong, send your emails to Clint at hammondspam1@gmail.com.
And then
And
you'll
expect your apology immediately afterwards.
expect a message from your email. This does not exist.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. This was disappointing. I don't know why I expected more.
Because it's Simpsons and wrestling in a video game. That's the three things we're good at.
And like you said, I think they're just cashing in on it because I'm sure if you look at a Venn diagram of Simpsons fans and wrestling fans, there's a pretty big overlap.
Oh, absolutely. I'm kind of hoping that there's a bunch of people that kind of get a lot of our references that we just do on the podcast in general because we are such Simpson fans.
You know what is kind of a letdown to me?
What's that?
A lot of people I've talked to don't get our Simpsons references. I don't know why. I don't understand.
We need new friends.
We do.
I love you.
We and I will say, which I think you've said it before, seasons 1 through 11. It's really all you need.
1 through 8. If you want to extend that just a little bit more, 11.
Yeah,
There's a couple of
11's
random
acceptable.
episodes here and there that are really good, but then others are like, meh, I'm good. I'm done with them.
Yeah, and anything recent's just sad.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
All downhill. I look, Barney versus Lisa. She's gonna play saxophone.
Yep, right.
Yep, there it is.
And Barney burp. You can't walk through Barney's burp because apparently it stinks. I can only imagine what his burp smells like.
Straight alcohol.
Well, no, remember he got sober. Is he still sober?
Wait, what? Like he actually got sober?
Yeah, he got sober and started flying a helicopter, remember?
Oh, no, that only lasted one episode.
Oh, okay. I thought they kept him going sober.
Oh, remember when he went sober for the film festival and made that movie?
Yes.
Talk about his struggle with alcoholism. And he won the film festival, and his reward was a lifetime supply of beer.
It wasn't at the end. It says Finn.
But they say, congratulations, here's your reward, a lifetime
Beer.
supply of beer.
Beer.
He's just pulled his sleeve up, just plug it straight into my veins.
Yeah.
They had an IV ready from the beer truck.
Gosh.
Oh, such a great show.
Remember when they toured the Duff facility and Homer got behind the wheel and the cop stopped him before he ever really got going and made him do the field sobriety test? And Barney's in the car screaming, make him blow, and he blows, and it's like just barely over. So they take him to jail, and they look at him and say, are you okay to drive? He said, yes. And he calls him like one of the Duff, like Swirly or something, and then drives straight to a fire hydrant like immediately. What a great character.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And I don't know why this one popped up. Remember the episode where they do the oh gosh, what is it? The burlesque house.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's like showing pictures of, oh no, Wiggum or Clancy. I can't believe you did that. And then like it showed Barney and nobody said anything. And Mo's like, oh yeah. Oh, Barney, how could you?
Oh, Mo and Barney, such a great combo.
It's probably, do you think the Simpsons have gone on too long? Because I understand eventually you run out of
I hate
content.
to say it, but yeah,
30 years is too long.
it is.
It's been 30, right?
Probably.
I
That
think,
sounds right.
I think they're on 30 or right at 30.
They're just, it's a problem for a lot of shows is it gets to a point where it's like it's gone on too long. They can't really keep that magic they had.
Well, it's like MASH. MASH was on, what 7 years? And the Korean War was only for like, what, 3?
The show lasted longer
Exactly.
than the actual war. That's why I like Lost ending, because they ended on their own terms.
Yeah, they were able to do it that way. And there's a lot of shows that either don't get that opportunity, they're off the air before that, or they go on way too long and you completely lose the fan base. Or you get so hyped up and then say, hey, let's just end the show right now. Let's put all this other stuff. Let's tie up all these loose ends and throw it all into one half season and then throw it to another half season.
Oh, Game of Thrones. Oh, man. I want to forget about that. Anyway, well, Simpsons Wrestling, I don't really know what else I can add to the review.
Well, give us your take on it. Give us the hammy take. Did you enjoy playing it?
No.
Would you play it again?
Yes, with a caveat that it's only to show other people
how terrible it is.
Again, it's one of those like this is funny.
Can you believe they made
because
this
it's
game?
bad.
No, that sounds awesome. Let's play it. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. It's like Super Mario, the original Super Mario 2, where it was just so blasted hard that it never made its way over to America until the Lost Worlds. Isn't that what they called it?
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's just a bad game.
There's Lisa with her saxophone again.
It doesn't feel like an actual game. Like this feels like she's biting on.
She's biting his arm.
I don't know. It feels like a game that would come in a cereal box. It's like, here's this bonus game, and you get it for free, and you're like, you know what? This is pretty good for a free game. But if you actually paid money for this, you feel gypped.
I paid money for it because I never owned this game, so I paid money to get this, to give this review.
How much did you pay?
It's like $20.
Oh.
I wish I wouldn't have paid that, but it's hard to get retro games sometimes.
It's like there's this game.
Do you remember
the
the Sneaking King game that come out for Xbox 360? Like you went to Burger
Yeah,
King?
yeah, the Burger King.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was about to say something like that. There was a game that came out with Chex cereal called Chex Quest.
Okay.
It was a PC game. It came in CD-ROM. It was actually good, but I don't know if it was actually good or if it was, hey, this game was free and it was okay. It was better than that.
Yeah.
Than Simpsons Wrestling.
Okay. I'll spawn a question on you right quick.
Okay.
And this is totally off the blue. This is no research. Best game with an advertiser, meaning the King Sneak game, Sneaky King or whatever it was called. Cool Spot. Cool Spot was one for Sega that come out. You were the Spot from the 7-Up.
Wasn't there a Pepsi Man game?
Maybe. It seems like there might have been one for Sega CD, maybe.
Then you had Doritos Crash Course.
There was a
games?
Doritos.
Those were actually pretty good.
Those were good. I've got the 1 and 2 still. They're pretty good. I mean, can you think of any others that were just?
So you're talking like games that are
Just name some. It doesn't necessarily have to be favorite, because if I had to pick a favorite, I would probably say I never played Cool Spot, but I hear really, really good things about it. So I would like to play through it one day.
so games that are based off like companies.
Sure, like Chef Boyardee Pasta Madness or something.
Oh,
I
that
don't know
would
if
be
that's
cool.
a real,
I would play it.
just because of Chef Boyardee.
I'd say the Doritos Crash Course. That was
Yeah, those were fun.
Yeah.
I would even venture out to say that
very
I
Ninja
believe,
Warrior type stuff.
Oh, absolutely, 110%. And of course, it gives you time trials and things like that. So it's really a game that you can continue to play.
And they were free too, weren't they?
They were when they come out. I don't know if they are currently though, or even if you can download them currently. We watch Willie take on Bart. Bart's on a skateboard and Willie's got a rake. Willie, who is shirtless, grease me up, woman. Yeah, I can't really think of any more. And hey, if we forgot any, hit us up. Let us know.
Well, you know what? Actually, I'll say Chex Quest.
really?
It was very it was a lot like Doom.
Okay.
It
I'll
was
take your word
it
for
was
it.
a first person shooter, but it was before it was the pre-GoldenEye type,
Okay.
like the Wolfenstein classic Doom.
Like I wouldn't put it past McDonald's to have released a game at some point.
They probably did.
But surely any game that was released had to be in the CD era or later, or in the CD era.
Yeah, because you can't.
You
can't get
nobody would have sent out a a Sega game from McDonald's.
Your Happy Meal.
Right. Which it might have happened. I don't know. I just can't think of any right now.
I just remember getting very.
That was a
cheap
terrible
toys. question,
Clint. Never ask another question on the fly again.
I just remember getting very cheap toys from the Happy Meals that I loved.
My favorite toys were the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 toys.
Remember the treasure trolls that they give out? You know, is that stupid little weird looking creature with the crazy hair?
You think? No, I don't
Do
remember.
you remember those? Those were like
Remember the Fry Guys?
well, those were the big thing before like the Beanie Babies came in. The
Okay.
Beanie Babies is way back then,
yeah.
but treasure trolls were before then.
Okay. I don't.
That they had like a
remember
gym.
that.
Like you could
Oh
put them
yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah,
pencils.
yeah. Trolls.
Yeah.
I don't remember them called treasure trolls, but yeah, I do remember that.
Well,
They had
I
little
could be
little
wrong.
naked kids
Yeah.
with little naked trolls with the little sparkly gem thing that's made of plastic inside of it.
Yeah.
What? There was a movie that had that where the woman was playing bingo and she had a treasure troll. And she's sitting there, she's got the hair somewhere or another, and like somebody reaches over and says, "Oh, that's cute." She says, "No, don't touch it," and messes with it again and blows it and puts it back down. I can't remember. I don't know why I just thought of that.
We're just fried from playing this crap.
Guys, this
Terrible game.
I wouldn't recommend playing it if you're really wanting to play a good game, but I would recommend playing it just to see how bad it was.
Watch it on YouTube. Look up a YouTube.
There you go.
gameplay
Save
of
yourself
it.
$20 and 2 hours of trying to get your PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 out and ready to go to watch this game.
And how about this? If you played this game and you liked it, Please tell us why.
Well, hit us up. Tell us why we're wrong on this particular review. Hey, this is our second review of the game we didn't necessarily like.
It is.
So
It is.
So we're not just picking on you, Casey. This is a Clint special right here. But
It
again,
was.
with the format too, because of how busy I am right now, this is the way it had to be. But I don't know if we could have made it any better than what we have so far. Golly, man, they just left so much on the table what they could have done.
They did.
Anyway.
All right.
Well, enjoy this classic Simpsons line as we go to break. We'll come back on the other side.
And I'm sure a pro wrestler such as yourself will appreciate all the closet space, Hitman.
Ooh, this place has got old man stink.
Ooh. Don't listen to him, sir. You've got an enchanting musk.
And you wouldn't even be the only wrestler in the neighborhood. The Shrieking Sheik lives just 3 doors away.
Hey, I'll take it.
All right, Clint. Remember a few weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
we had a question from a buddy of mine, Caraway.
Sure.
And his question was, what game were you really hyped for, but when you played it, you didn't like it at all?
Sure. Mine was NCAA 07. I remember that.
It was. Well, now let's take that question and let's spin it.
Swerve, bro.
Yes. What's a game that you were not hyped for, that
Okay.
you really didn't even care about? You played it, and then you absolutely loved it.
Okay. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll let you go first.
Mine is probably actually more the series than it was the game itself. But when I first heard about it, I was like, man, I don't want to play that game. Nothing about it makes me want to play it. And I think I found it for $20. I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. You know, that's back when I had a lot more disposable income than I do now. And said, hey, I'll drop $20 on a game that I have no idea about. But I think really the reason was it was $20 because it was a platinum hits.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, it must have done well, you know. And of course, even now, I don't review games that much online before I buy them or anything. I buy them just because the cover looks good, or you know, everybody else loved it, so I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay.
So, but mine is more of the series, but it's gonna be Assassin's Creed. Because even though it's not necessarily retro, but
neither were the games we answered the other question with.
Well, that's
So
true.
that's fine.
That's true. But yeah, I ended up with the original, which, you know, it had its faults, but a lot of those faults they corrected in the second one, which was aptly named Assassin's Creed 2.
Great game, by the way.
Assassin's Creed
Love
2 was really good. And then because of that one, I ended up with, was it Brotherhood and then Revelation? So I had all
Right.
the Assassin's Creed 2s, and that just made me get 3, which made me get 4, which unfortunately made me get 5. Well, it's not 5 in number, but it's the 5th release.
Yeah, Unity.
4
was amazing.
and then Syndicate. And I played through Rogue as well, which isn't necessarily a numbered game, and it's kind of a branch off of 4 a bit.
Yeah.
But it's a lot like 4. It's just bigger.
I've heard really good. I haven't
It's
played it.
really
I've heard
good.
really good.
If
things.
you're gonna get it, or if you can find it on the Game Pass, play it on Xbox One.
And since they did the reboot with Origins Odyssey,
I've got both of those. Now I haven't played through all of both of them yet, but it's got to be better than Unity. And I played through quite a bit of Syndicate before I just kind of lost touch with it. It was okay.
Origins, I didn't know I would like because I didn't really know much about ancient Egypt.
Sure.
I freaking loved it.
Yeah.
Great game. In Odyssey though, I was a big, in junior high I liked Greek mythology a lot.
Junior high, my hind leg. You still do.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, so that was that was just a no-brainer to get it. Now I loved Odyssey. Great game. But 4 is probably still my favorite.
Yeah, I would
Black
say
Flag.
of the series, I would say 4 is probably my favorite. But
You're a pirate.
well, you're a pirate in the Caribbean. No pun intended. Rogue is really good, but you're a pirate and you're kind of in the North Atlantic, so it's more frigid water. Like you can't spend a whole lot of time out in the water, which may or may not be a good thing because it kind of takes away all those underwater missions. You want to talk about somebody getting flustered? I would get flustered with those underwater missions and those great whites everywhere, and
I think my fear of sharks is well documented,
and drowning,
My anxiety when I would do those, because sometimes you had to do them.
I think you've actually told me that you haven't finished them all. Like you only did the ones you. Okay. At one point though, you had said, "I'm not doing those because I don't want to do them."
Let me tell you, that was facing a fear. And there's sharks
in a video game.
There's sharks in Odyssey too.
Oh, are there?
But you can fight back.
Okay.
So that's a little bit
better.
And
the other ones, it's like press circle a whole lot and try to get away, but they'll take your health down. And when you're diving, you're basically stripped down to your skivvies and diving.
Yeah.
So
Assassin's Creed, I agree. I don't think I knew a whole lot about it before it came out, but I love the series.
Neither did I. And like I said, I almost was out. If it wasn't for the story in that one, I would have been out with the first one because of how slow paced it was. Because when you first started out,
yeah, I wasn't.
You have to be that monk, and like you're going around and holding your hands, and you have to be like the other priest or whatever they are, going around, and like you can't run. And finally, when you get all of your weapons unlocked and all of your abilities unlocked, it's a lot easier to run around because you can fight 1,000 dudes and kill them all. But in the second one, they fixed that because you didn't have to walk around like that anymore. You could kind of free range run anywhere you wanted to. The second was absolutely fantastic. Brotherhood was okay. I didn't like the Brotherhood aspect of it.
Was that the one that like the tower defense part, or was that Revelations?
Both of them, I think. Brotherhood, like you built a brotherhood of assassins, and then it might have been a tower. It might have been the tower defense.
I know one you find Altier's corpse. That was kind of cool.
That's the third one.
She had Ezio and Altier.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna get on a rabbit trail with Assassin's Creed
or a pig trail.
Yeah, that too.
Anyway, Hammy, what's your?
Mine is gonna be Minecraft.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
My
youngest... I give Minecraft a lot of crap. I really do. Just because I've got a now 11-year-old son that used to play a lot of it, and I was like, it's a kid game. I never got into it, but I could kind of see the concept.
It's almost like Legos, in a way.
Right?
Well, my youngest nephew got me to get it, and I played it a little with him, and I was like, I don't see the appeal of this. I don't see what the point is.
Sure.
But one weekend, all three of my nephews stayed with me, and
that's a crowded household there, buddy.
Oh yeah, we all got on Minecraft. It's 4-player.
Sure.
And we had a blast. And since then, love it.
I could see that. I know you've played with Maze on Minecraft a lot, and y'all kind of do your thing on there. I don't know. I could see where that could be kind of a neat little party game. Because we had a lot of fun doing Forge in Halo 3. Because couldn't you get in a party on Forge on Halo 3 and just do crap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool because you go through, cut down trees, you build stuff, you go mining.
Sure.
That's the name. You mine it and you craft.
Hey.
And it's fun. It's really fun. It kind of scratches an itch, the old Lego I want to build something itch.
Yeah, without the sheer pain of stepping on one.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about stepping on the things you create
or cleaning up afterwards. You just push the power button.
But yeah, it's another one. I didn't know anything about it. Didn't really care about it.
I could see that.
And now I love it.
Okay,
absolutely love it.
The last time you played it?
A couple of weeks ago.
Same for Assassin's Creed. I'm still working on Rogue. I was trying to set a bar for myself to finish Rogue before I started Origins, even though I know that's not in the order that they were put out, but I wanted to finish one before I started another.
Well, Rogue originally came out the same time Unity did.
Right.
It was for
Unity was for one, and then, right, Rogue was for 360.
Which was weird, I thought.
Well, see, a couple months back, they had the games with gold. They had Rogue for 360 for free. So when I'm playing it, that's the one I'm playing on, is the 360 version.
Okay, they got a remastered for Xbox
One. A remaster for Xbox One, and I'm actually going to check and see if it's on the Game Pass because I may I mean, I'm a good ways into it, but what I've done mostly, I haven't really played through the story. I've been collecting more of the things. I'm actually to a point where I can't collect anything without progressing through the story anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to progress through the story right now. I got too much going on, so and I haven't picked it up in a couple of weeks. But.
See, I played through 4 on 360. I didn't play the Xbox One version.
See, I played the Xbox One version, and they did a good job. They did a good job on the remaster, the HD graphics and everything. The one thing that I wish they wouldn't have done though is the local yet online stuff where you can find something,
Yeah,
and all of a sudden it's made available to all your friends.
Yeah, the White Whale.
And in particular the White Whale. That's like the only. There's an achievement, or not an achievement. There's a because you know me with cheat codes. There's a cheat in Assassin's Creed that does something, and the only way to unlock it is to get the Hunter level 3. Well, the Hunter level 3 in that is to harpoon or harvest every sea creature that's available, and one of them is a white whale. Well, I did it on the 360 version, but I haven't done it on the Xbox One version, and I've got the two confused, and I can't find it anymore because it's just out.
Yeah, it was weird. It's like you could only find it if someone on your friends list found it,
Right,
or something.
right.
It's
Like,
strange.
You could find it, and it would be made available to your friends, but unless your friends found it, you couldn't do it.
Well, how did anyone find it to begin with?
Who knows? It's kind of like that flaming skull in Halo 3. You know, everybody's like, yeah, if you kill a developer, you'll get it. And like, I've never seen a developer before.
That's confusing.
Well, all right.
So, okay. Well, we didn't plan this far.
No, we didn't. What a terrible game.
Wow.
This has really put a damper on the episode a little bit, I think, because you come in with such high hopes.
I
man.
did. I really did.
So, well, we are currently still trying to figure out the best format with our busy schedules going on right now. So,
Yeah. We've also got episode 20 coming up.
episode
Which
20 means bonus episode.
Mm-hmm.
And bonus episode is for you guys. We want to hear your questions so we can answer them.
Or any topics you want us to discuss?
Hey, it could be anything. It could be, what do you like on your Chipotle burrito? And
Everything.
Thank you. I would tell you everything.
Especially guacamole.
Absolutely.
They got good guacamole.
Man, they do. You know what they don't have that's really good? Hold on. You know what they have that's not really good?
What's that?
Queso.
Really?
Not a fan of their queso.
So I'm not a big queso guy anyway.
I like queso, but and I'm not knocking them for being this way, but they're really big into the natural food and no GMOs and all that stuff. Well, natural cheese is not good. Give me the stuff that's been full of, phosphorus and whatever else.
Full of, poisons and
Growth hormones.
insecticides.
Give me my growth hormones for my queso.
Give me my harsh chemicals for my stomach.
That's why I have cancer. So, but no, good episode. I'm sorry that I didn't forewarn you about the game.
Well, it's all right.
I'm sure you're going to make me play one that's going to be kind of on the same lines.
Well, I don't know if I'd do that to you. But I'm like you, man. I thought Simpsons Wrestling, there's no way.
You can't go wrong with it. Just instead of WWE or WCW or WWF superstars, you put the Simpsons in and you just make a game. No, we gotta overthink it and make it. I know it's a cartoon, but you just can't make it overly cartoony though. And they made it overly cartoony. So
I'm just wondering how they came up with the controls. Those are bad.
because they didn't have a 2-stick layout at the time. So, all right. Well, Hammy, thank you, sir. We will we'll be back next time on the Ham and Spam Retro Review.
Indeed, we shall.
We just please hit the button already.
I can't find the recorder.
You can't find it or you can't reach it?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to get up. How funny would that be if we both just got up? Or if I got up and you're still looking for the recorder and it just records like an extra 20 minutes.
Let's see. I found it.
Okay. All right. We'll see you next time.
Later.